Hello, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to take notes on multiplying binomials. If you remember, a binomial is anything with two terms. So x plus 6, that's a binomial, and x minus 8, that's a binomial. And so when we're talking about multiplying binomials, we're just going to be multiplying them together. And remember, when two things are next to each other with parentheses, it means to multiply. We have been practicing how to add polynomials and subtract polynomials, and so this is the next topic, multiplying them. I'm going to show you two different strategies, and these strategies are just ways of organizing your work, and your job is going to be to pick the way you think makes most sense to you. So the first is the box method, and if you've really loved biology and Punnett squares, then you might really love the box method. What we do is we're going to take this first binomial and we're going to write it across the top here, x plus 3, and we're going to write the second one going down across the side, x plus 4. And you have to be careful. If it's a subtraction, remember that we have to add the opposite. So if this wasn't a subtraction, we would put a -4 here after we add the opposite. I'll do an example in a minute with a subtraction sign, but know that subtraction is a little different. After you write the two binomials on their edges, then you multiply the numbers on each edge of the box. The answer goes in the middle. So x times x is x squared. 3 times x is 3x. X times 4 is 4x, and 3 times 4 is 12. So I multiplied and use my fingers to help keep track of where things go. And then the cool thing here is that the diagonals are like terms. So I would write this out, x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12. Those are the terms, and so I can write just out my answer. But then I do have two like terms. 3 plus 4 is 7. So x squared plus 7x plus 12 is my answer. If you want to just skip this step and when you go to write it out, add these as you go, that's perfectly fine as well. But this is the answer to that multiplication problem. The second method is the FOIL method. FOIL is, it stands for the firsts, the numbers that are firsts, then the numbers that are on the outsides, the outer numbers, then the inner numbers, and then the last numbers. And you're going to multiply. I always do it in this order, and this is the method that I learned when I was in school. And I love rainbows, so I'm going to do some connecting here. So my first numbers are the first two numbers inside of each group. So the x and the x are the first numbers. The 3 and the 4 are the last numbers in the group. So it's looking at each group, and then we multiply those. This is a very fancy distributive property. So x times x is x squared. Then we do the outers. These are the numbers that are on the outside. So that's going to be x and 4. These are the numbers on the outside of the whole group. So x times 4 is 4x. Then come the inner numbers. So I'm going to do the two numbers that are in the inside. 3 times x is 3x. And then my lasts are the last two numbers. 3 times 4 is 12. Notice this is the same exact polynomial I got from the box method. I just didn't have to draw the box out. Again, you have to add the like terms. 4x and 3x is 7x. And that's my answer. Let's do one more example with a subtraction, like I said, and then we will be done. So for the box method again, start by making a box, and I'm going to make a 2x2 box because these are both binomials. So when I write the first one out, I'm going to write x plus -3. I work on by adding the opposite. And for the second one, I'm going to write x plus 6. And then I multiply the edges of the boxes. So x times x is x squared. -3 times x